Our Time on Earth is a major exhibition by Barbican Immersive, celebrating the power of global creativity to transform the conversation around the climate emergency. Through art, design, science, activism, music, and philosophy, the exhibition presents a range of radical visions for the future of all species. With 18 immersive, interactive installations and digital works, this exhibition invites visitors on a journey of discovery, introducing a multitude of perspectives on our shared planet and encouraging visitors to leave feeling empowered to make a positive change. The exhibition was produced and curated by the Barbican with guest curators Franklin Till and co-produced by Musée de la Civilisation, Quebec City, Canada. The exhibition offers new and refreshing perspectives on this magnificent planet we belong to. It uses the power of technology to uncover our connection with the natural world. As a truly multidisciplinary exhibition, it confronts the crisis of the climate emergency, but also embraces a positive outlook full of possibilities rather than limitations. The main exhibition narrative is told through 3 key sections and expanded upon with additional satellite commissions. The first section is Belong, connecting to other species and understanding our place in the biosphere. Visitors then move through to Imagine, embracing the power of imagination with 10 projects and creative commissions that look to shape a world in which all species thrive together. Finally, the last section, Engage, is a moment to discover stories of collective action and inspiration for widespread systemic change. We'll now take you into the exhibition, where visitors first encounter an audio antechamber that offers a moment to pause and breathe. Following this, visitors will discover the Sanctuary of the Unseen Forest, a scan of a real Saber pentandra tree from the Colombian rainforest. This work by Marshmallow Laserfeast allows visitors to peer beneath the layers of the tree to see carbon, oxygen, and water flowing, and the mycelium networks communicating. This reveals our own similarities to this living giant, giving us a sense of belonging to the world. In the Imagine section, visitors go on a journey through positive possibilities for our shared future. With 10 creative commissions from leading creatives, thinkers, designers, and communities, this section explores how we can rethink our relationship to the natural world and imagine alternative solutions to the climate crisis. A table set for 14 species by Superflux, including fungi, humans, rats, a raven, and other often maligned beings, all convening together to consider the future of the planet. A fabric forest from Choose Earth by indigenous leaders Celia Chakrabarti and Sonia Gujujara, displaying a letter and a cry for the earth. Indigenous leaders and thinkers have some of the strongest connections to the natural world and can help to shape new ways for us to think about our own relationships with the earth. Working to bring existing knowledge from 3 indigenous communities, the Subak, Kasi, and Madan, Julia Watson and Smith Mordak collaborated with these groups and Bura Happold in the Symbiocene to demonstrate how technology that works symbiotically with nature can provide the solutions we need. Take a look at where we need to step back and what we need to give up in Planet City by Liam Young. Meet the characters from a possible future where humans retreat in one giant city and leave the rest of the planet to rewild, removing borders and returning stolen lands. See the endless celebrations in this new city, a space of collaboration for all humans. We then start to question, who might we be in this possible future? Working with the Institute of Digital Fashion and academic and ecologist Brigitte Baptiste, the exhibition looks at the question of identity and how we can learn from the fluid identities of the natural world. How can we see ourselves as another being? Fashion is often considered one of the most polluting industries in the world. How can we work at the microbial level to discover ways in which clothes can be made from growing proteins rather than harvesting from natural resources? Biofabricate shows us how this works and also present alternative materials made from working in harmony with the natural world. Mycelium, natural dyes, and even a dress made from captured carbon.
Next, we look at ways that nature could cooperate instead of competing, exploring a relational economy through a game created by DVTK and the Institute for Global Prosperity. Here, visitors can select different elements of ecology and connect them together to create a solidarity chain and learn the value of the world around us.
But how can we build this world to inhabit? Working with architecture studio BuildX from Nairobi, Kenya, we explore projects that use global technology and natural materials to build and construct, from cross-laminated timber to compressed, stabilized earth bricks and mycelium. Visitors can explore how a whole range of building materials can be sourced from their local environment. We then take a deep dive into the world of soil with activist and writer George Monbiot, exploring the complexity of the ground beneath our feet. If we can begin to think of soil as a fascinating organism, like the Great Barrier Reef, this will enable us to understand and care for it and respect the life-giving properties it has. The final work in the Imagine section, by Territorial Agency, looks at the planet on a global scale and considers how technology can help us better understand the unseen processes and fragility of the atmosphere. To mitigate and accept the changes that are happening all around us. Some things we can still change, but others are already changing. After embracing the fascinating ideas of the Imagine section and the wondrous possibilities at play, visitors enter the Engage section, where the stories of change from the present day are presented. The conversation around the climate crisis is a global issue, and one we can all contribute to. It is not just a topic for artists, academics, and thinkers to solve, but something we can all feel empowered to engage with. A movement is already underway, from grassroots initiatives to climate justice groups holding governments and corporations to account for their unethical decisions. Through sharing knowledge, stories, actions, and experiences, we can reset the agenda. By working together, we can prepare for the journey ahead. Pioneering environmental studio, The Earth Issue engaged a range of underrepresented activists, groups, and individuals from across the globe to tell their stories of radical change. Across 10 screens, visitors explore stories selected to resonate and inspire them to engage with the climate crisis. The key message that permeates is that no change is too small, and there are a multitude of possibilities for a better world. These stories are housed in structure created by Wallmakers, an Indian architecture studio at the forefront of radical structural materiality. The Clothcrete structures by Wallmakers tell their own story, made from lime, soil, and fabric from loom factories that were washed away in the 2018 floods caused by climate change. Finally, before leaving the main exhibition narrative, visitors will have a moment to reflect in front of the sonic waterfall, created by Silent Studios in collaboration with UK musician Damon Albarn. Red noise frequencies of a waterfall from Iceland merge with the sonic messages by Damon Albarn, creating a calm and healing moment. This work invites visitors to consider their relationship with the natural world and how collective changes could create a new world. one of hope, courage, and change. As well as the main exhibits, we embrace the messaging of the exhibition through an exciting range of freestanding works and projects. These can join the main exhibition narrative or be standalone pieces that invite visitors to play and embrace some of the big ideas being presented. Life Forces by Tin and Ed takes a psychedelic look at the history of museum dioramas, bringing them to life and allowing visitors to act as natural elements such as rocks, light, or slime mold. Seeing ourselves as another form can help us embrace a sense of collective connectivity to the planet and how we view the natural world. A sculptural slice of Amazon rainforest, created by Thijs Bierstecker, flickers before visitors' eyes. However, upon further inspection on the supporting screen, each flicker represents the rapid rate of deforestation in the Amazon rainforest. At once a beautiful and devastating work. 3 binocular viewfinders that you may find in any city invite viewers to look into the future of cities from 3 environmental perspectives. Looking into these binoculars, visitors will discover imagined cities based on the research and book Ideal City by Space 10. Working with leading designers, architects and thinkers, Space 10 visualizes how these cities would function.
Eyes as Big as Plates is a photographic project by Caroline Huorth and Rita Ikonen. This series of over 100 portraits is driven by a sense of curiosity to understand our relationship with our surroundings and imagine how we can share this planet better with our fellow flora, fauna and fungi. It has grown into an ongoing project that stretches over 5 continents in a continuing search for humans belonging in nature.
Finally, we return to the breath and to the oceans. Visitors are immersed in the Noise Aquarium, a space created by Victoria Vesna that celebrates plankton and the vital role they play in our lives. Every breath we take is thanks to plankton, but they are rapidly declining due to human impact in the oceans. Meet plankton blown up to the size of whales and connect with these precious beings. An exhibition of this ambition had to embrace radical thinking. It needed to feel full of hope and abundance while tackling some of the biggest issues we face today. Working with new concepts for abundant design with Universal Design Studios and embracing new materials in graphic design and production from Hatto. We also worked with guest curators Franklin Till to create a manifesto of ambitions to think about radical new ways of working in an exhibition building. Our Time on Earth joins the roster of touring exhibitions from Barbican Immersive. Our unique approach explores inspirational and challenging topics that enable audiences to process our changing world. We welcome visitors into these holistic environments where technology, art, design, music and science come together to form unmissable must-see encounters. From AI to video gaming, we put the audience experience front and center to create exciting environments which invite play, creation and engagement. We look forward to hearing from you soon.